Q, what was your topic? You texted it to me. I forgot what it
Oh,
was.
staying away from people who quote unquote just want to be happy.
You
Wait, what
like
was
with a
that?
relationship or with life?
Huh?
Like
All
within a
above.
relationship or just life?
In general, especially relationships.
I'll second that message.
So she's like, so what do you want out of a relationship? And her response is, well, I just want to be happy.
Run.
Red flag.
Hey, that's that waterfall that they said not to take.
Oh shit! That's not the Lake Anna.
If
I
this
know.
episode wasn't called Streets of Consciousness 5, I'd definitely call it Keep Chasing Waterfalls. Or no, When You Keep Chasing Waterfalls.
I've heard it too many times before because it's the same. Though it's the same people who say that are the same people who are insecure as hell, and they want to put their happiness in the hands of somebody else. Like, I'm not responsible for your happiness.
Sure
That's
you are.
And if you can figure out how to be happy, then you need to figure that out. Don't put that on me.
Yeah.
Stay away from the people.
If you tell
This
me you
one's-
just want to be happy, that lets me know you already miserable for sure.
That too.
Because you're
Exactly.
striving for happiness. Like happiness is your goal. Nah.
Yeah, and especially if we talking,
To be, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. Especially if we talking in a sense of a relationship. Like, if I hear that and we speaking about relationships, that mean like you seeking for somebody to do that, and like, nah, because I'm my happiest when I'm by my fucking self. Oh, I love it here. I love it here. The single life is great. Like, you gotta make it better. Like, I'm already at 100. You gotta make it like 150 at least. You can't come in at 50 and be like, yo, help me.
I just want to get to 100. I just need somebody to help me out to 100. You got 50 you can spare?
I don't know, guys. I feel like you should put that weight on me. Devil's advocate, I do want you to depend on me for happiness. Because then it's that much harder for you to leave me.
you can depend on me for penis, but not happiness.
Now, if those two are the same for you,
Yeah, you putting on more. Like you adding more than should be there. Just the penis, not the happy. Not the happy.
there's no shared letters between the two.
All right, never mind. I renege. I was using that as a reason to trap women, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that women will say. You know, I was watching a playback, and they was talking about like when men say like, "What can you bring? Like, what can you do for me? What can you bring to the table?" kind of shit. And the women were saying like, "I hate when niggas say that." And
It's a
their
trigger
whole-
for them.
Yeah, it really is. But the reason that like it made sense out of that conversation, of course, like the female was talking for about 10 minutes before she finally got this point out, and she was basically like, "Well, it's always the men that can't provide shit that are ask you what can you do for them." And
Is it?
I beg to differ on that one, but
Or is that their assumption? How do they
100
determine?
but in her reality, that very may be so, because then the guy asked, "Well, why do you keep dating men that don't like that, or why do you keep dating these broke men?" And she's like, "I don't know, because I'm stupid or something." I got nothing for you, bitch.
the self-discovery.
I got fucking nothing for you. If that's your realization of the situation, is you hate when niggas ask you what can you bring to the table. If you're used to dating niggas that can't bring anything to the table, so they're looking for you to make up for it. But you can't walk into a relationship saying everything.
Oh, I'll play to their part. I think the reason why they don't like it is because typically when they're younger, no one asked them that question because their looks were the only thing they needed. Now we live in a world where looks ain't enough.
I would actually take it one step further.
And they come in there like, no one told me about this part of the interview. You know what I mean?
He snuck this question in.
They weren't prepared.
So you said you had 10 years of Excel experience.
It's hard looking Cheerios, and you ask him what else he got, you're gonna be stuck.
You said here that you have a lasagna from scratch recipe. You brought us Stouffer's. Would you care to elaborate on, what happened?
Well, when I said I'm bombing the kitchen, what I meant was I can pour your drink and microwave your food at the same time.
I think at the end of the day, if that's a trigger point for you, it's probably because
you don't have nothing.
You don't have an answer. Yeah, exactly. Like nobody,
especially when your response is everything.
Nobody wants to be questioned on some shit that they can't answer.
Hold on. But what if she is the table? What is the table?
Everything I better fucking announce in that exact fucking moment.
Hold
so
on.
if I ask you to wake up and be an astronaut, you better be a fucking astronaut.
Nah.
If I wake up and tell you to be a fucking geologist, you better, because your role is bringing everything to the fucking table.
Let's
so be a geologist tomorrow, and then on the next day be a historian.
Because every time I hear that shit, I'm like, why would I be asking you, what are you bringing to the table? If you are the table. Clearly, you and the table are two separate things. That's what I'm asking. What is you bringing to the table?
Female and table are not synonymous.
Right. You can't be the table here. You can't be like, I'm the table.
Hold on. We're allowed to identify as whatever we want.
All right.
Question my pronouns.
So am I.
Hey.
My pronouns are table and chair. You must address me correctly.
And if you don't, cancel culture. People have been killed for less, okay? So address me by my pronouns.
I can't even hold you on that because I've been pulling that stunt at work like for the last 3 months. It was Black History Month, and then it was just like, you know what? I'm just a chair.
Black Future Year.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, you can't hold me accountable for shit at work right now. Every month I'm something different, and I'm allowed to identify that way. So to go back on that would be giving up my whole positioning at work right now, and I'm building a career, you know?
He Ukrainian this season, you know?
so
cancel button.
Warning. Cancel culture is imminent.
But if y'all want to contribute to this GoFundMe.
Maybe what it is it feels like a test, right? And no one likes to be tested. So maybe we should provide them with, multiple choice answers. Like, are you a headache? Pastry chef, you know what I mean?
Pastry.
We might need some multiple choice. Talk about
Yo.
My man's having a headache. See, that's where I'll be fucking up because I stopped the multiple choice short.
But
I'll be like, a headache.
Follow up to pastry chef was under the same question.
I mean, hey, if she answers pastry chef, I got some cookies, damn it.
But that's what I'm saying. But then you gotta have all the excuses. Well, I can't give you cookies all the time, bitch. But you everything.
Nah, you can't pick pastry chef if there ain't no fresh baked anything in the kitchen. Fuck out of here. I mean, okay, that's weird. You slacking on your day job.
That's
you're not a gentle thug.
Oh, man, that's what they want though.
You're not a single family man. Okay? Like, come on now. Why do you want her to be Marilyn Monbetty Crocker?
Marilyn Monbetty Crocker.
Anybody who got a Marilyn Monroe poster?
That's a red flag.
Marilyn and Betty. Betty Boop.
Oh yeah, if she got a Betty Boop poster or a Betty Boop tattoo, out.
That's your
That's
idol?
an instant red flag.
That's who you look up to?
Yeah, that's an instant red flag. If you got a Betty Boop tattoo, I can't fuck with you.
Yikes.
That bitch was the original Thotty Pocket. I don't know who saw that far into the future to create that Betty Boop imagery.
That far into the future?
Yeah. Betty
What
Boop
you
was
talking about? That is our past, our present, and our future, nigga. Like,
That's what I was about to
Betty
say.
Boop is a white woman.
Chicken.
okay.
Yeah, they just lightened her up. That was us. They just lightened her up.
Oh, okay. So they took the foundations of a black woman and just like white skinned her.
Just look at them
Like
hips. Look at the hips to waist ratio, my nigga. No sense.
The chick was originally modeled for the Betty Poop. I think she died. The black woman, I don't know her name, but rest in peace, shorty.
Escalated so
that.
fast.
We all the culture.
See that far
Yeah.
into the future. Niggas been looking for thoughts since day one.
Yeah, but like I said, Betty Boop was a white woman.
But you know what the oldest profession is?
Prostitution.
The original thoughts.
Fair.
Thoughts have been around, bro. Betty Boop was not future sight, all right?
Yeah.
So-
No, you know that goes back to the conversation.
I think she was a dancer, like she was a performer on like some kind of them where they would go to the shows and see the girls.
Like the burlesque show, yeah. Or some
Yeah,
shit.
that's what she was. And then she got so popular, they made a cartoon off her. But they made the cartoon like have, black folk get paid for nothing nowadays, or back then at least.
They made the cartoon for the ratings.
That part.
And niggas wasn't allowed for good ratings back then.
Also that part. I got
I
nothing.
lift up be like the size of fists. Man. Shooting all day. Those were the cartoons that was in for us.
Yikes.
Yikes. Big yikes.